wanted to talk about rich men north of Richmond for a little bit. There's been a lot of talk about the politics of the song and whether he's this, whether he's that. And I just wanted to do something different and just analyze the lyrics and see if I can relate to it. And that's what we're going to do now. We're going to go through each line of the song, maybe talk about it, and see if I can relate to what he's going through. I know that I do like the song, but I don't have a lot of knowledge of politics as a 30-something-year-old man living in South Carolina. But I'm going to see if I can relate. I've been selling my soul, working all day. I do work all day. Drive 40 minutes to work. I'm at work for 9 hours, and then I drive 40 minutes home. So I'm dealing with work, 11 hours plus a day. Now, overtime hours for BS pay, I am not allowed to get overtime. So I'm actually a little, I can't relate to the overtime because I'm not allowed to get overtime whether I want it or not. Now, I usually don't want overtime. I think 40 is enough. But the BS pay, I don't complain about my pay at work, but I am struggling financially. So I can relate to some BS. So I can sit out here and waste my life away. I think that's something we all deal with. What is the best way to spend your time? That's something that you cannot find on the internet. And what are we doing here? What are we doing on this planet? Drag back home and drown my troubles away? Yeah, I mean, not so much these days. I'm drinking a lot of sparkling water, trying to stay healthy. But yeah, sometimes I do drown my troubles away. Let's get you guys a better view. You know what? We can get some light in here. Let's get some light. Let's shed some light on the subject. Oh, maybe that's a little better. I don't like the lights in my eyes. These bright lights have always blinded me. Okay. It's a damn shame what this world's gotten to. For people like me and people like you. Yeah, I think people are assuming something, but he's relating to the listener. Wish I could just wake up and it not be true, but it is. That's my favorite part of the song is when he says, "But it is." That's just an incredible delivery of that one line there. So, is it a shame what the world's gotten to? I think people have just always kind of sucked. So, just now I'm sucking with a little bit better lighting. Living in the new world with an old soul. Now this is kind of going into some maybe conspiracy theory territory with the New World Order. But let's just assume that it's not political. We're living in this new world where rich people have always controlled everything, right? Living in the new world with an old soul. I don't know that I would consider myself an old soul. I don't know that I would consider the world new. I think this kind of stuff has always been going on since humans have been humans, because humans be humaning, bro. These rich men north of Richmond. Now I don't know exactly what the reference is to that. But get this. I just got a message from Synchrony Bank saying that I owe them money. Can't pay that. So I'm struggling a little bit. These rich men north of Richmond. So I'm a good ways south of Richmond, so they're like way above me. They're way above me. But I understand, I don't know exactly, people are talking about the north and the south, and this song is pitting the North against South. I don't take it that way. As a South Carolina man, I think it's just, the people up there, not northern, but just the rich people and the poor people. I think it's just a really clever lyric about that. Lord knows they just want to have total control. Yeah, I mean, like whether it's a conspiracy or just how the world is, rich people have control over what happens because they have the money, they have the power. That's not a political. I mean, it is political, but that's. I wish it wasn't true, but it is. It's just always been that way. It's not a new thing. It's just a thing. Want to know what you think? Yes, my phone is listening to everything I say right now. They want to know what you do. Yes, they want to know both of those so you'll buy more of their stuff or you'll believe more of their stuff. Totally agree. And they don't think that you know, but I know that you do. I think the rich people, they don't care if you know or not because they're just raking in the money from you and from him and from me. Quick side note though, as I was researching for this stream, and good for him, living in America. Anthony Oliver, who I keep wanting to call Oliver Tree, he's making $40,000 a day off this song. So hopefully he's not too sad anymore, because I barely make that in a year. So now he's bumming me out. He's part of the problem. I'm just kidding. Just kidding. I make like $100 a month on YouTube, and I get it every 2 months because of the cutoff period. It's like if you don't have $100 in your AdSense account, then you have to wait till the next month. So I basically make $200 every 2 months on YouTube, and I'm still struggling, even though that's in addition to my job that I drive 40 minutes to every day. So yeah, your dollar ain't shit, and it's taxed to no end, cause of rich men north of Richmond. I never cuss on the channel, so that was historic. Yeah, I feel like my dollar isn't going very far. I don't think about taxes a lot. I do see, like when I look at my paycheck, I'm like, man, before tax, it's banging. And after tax, it's not banging anymore. It's like a large sum of money would go into my bank account before taxes. But they're taking out hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars. I wish politicians would look out for minors. I've never thought about minors. I have heard some stories about a guy, guys being trapped in caves and stuff, and that's horrible. It's a bad way to go. It's a bad situation, and not just minors on an island somewhere. So politicians are exclusively looking out for doing bad things on an island somewhere. I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't doubt it. So I think that part is true, and that is the part that specifically calls out politicians. Lord, we got folks in the street, got nothing to eat. That is true. And the obese milk and welfare. This is the part that a lot of people have problems with. Let's keep reading on about the obese milking the welfare. Well, God, if you're 5'3" and you're 300 pounds, I'm 5'9" and like 209 pounds. Taxes ought not pay for your bags of fudge rounds. See, I've tried to get assistance for food and paying bills and stuff, and I can't. It's frustrating. But yet, I don't think, you can be hungry. You can be going hungry and be fat because it's expensive to eat healthy, right? So I don't think And I think, and I'm not offended, and I don't mind these lyrics, but I think you can't say someone's not hungry if they're 5'3" and 300 pounds. Maybe they're just eating garbage. They're eating really unhealthy foods because they're so poor and they're so depressed. They don't have the money, they don't have the time to eat right. Or they're eating their pain away, like you're drinking your life away and wasting your life away in rural parts of the country. So yeah, the fat jabs, they hit home a little bit. I'm a little bit overweight, and I'm trying to get free fudge rounds. I can't. I don't like fudge rounds. I would like free pizza, or help affording my Papa John's addiction, and I cannot get help from the government because like child support and uh, and power and cell phone and internet, and it's tough. It's tough. Now I am blessed. I have power. I got the internet, but I'm struggling. And there's just not enough money. My dollar ain't shit, and it's taxed to no end. So, yeah, I'm relating to that dollar ain't poop line the most. And, at least, I mean, I'm glad that would have been a little controversial. I was going to say, I'm glad I'm not 5'3" and 300 pounds, but I'm 5'9" and 209 pounds. So I'm obese. I am obese, and that does, it's please stop making fun of us, Oliver Anthony. But we're good. We're good. We're good here. Yeah, this fudge rounds line, it's getting everybody. Young men are putting themselves 6 feet in the ground because all this damn country does is keep on kicking us down, keep kicking them down, not us, them. Because all this damn country does is keep on kicking them down. See, this is weird that the people, like some people, are really gravitating to the song when it's kind of, it's talking about the damn country. That seems like that would offend some of the people on the right side of the fence instead of the left side of the fence. So I'm not sure, but yeah, I mean this country is kicking them down. It's kicking us all down, and controversially or not, that is how I feel. This country is kicking us down. It should be helping us out. It kind of goes against the thing about I guess, I understand what he's saying. If you don't need the food, then the country shouldn't be giving you money for the food. But that should be looked into. It should be, how much money are you making? How much money are you giving out in, child support and bills and gas? Because man, I'm struggling. Like I said, I'm making what this guy's making in a day. I'm making in a year. So I'm struggling. Lord, it's a damn shame what this world's gotten to for people like me and people like you. Wish I could just not wake up. Wish I could just wake up and it not be true, but it is. Oh, it is. That's just the coolest thing. But it is. But it is. I wonder how many different versions this went through. Like I just heard the demo version of Green Day's Basket Case, and it was just completely, totally different lyrics, different music, different song. Living in the new world with an old soul. These rich men north of Richmond, Lord knows they just want to have total control. Want to think, want to know what you do, and they don't think that you know, but I know that you do, because your dollar ain't shit, and it's taxed to no end, because of rich men north of Richmond. I've been selling my soul, working all day, overtime hours for bullshit pay. So I kind of wish the song would have focus more on the emotional, like, struggling of him personally, and then maybe pulled back on the politics a little bit, or like, I kind of appreciate his concern for young men, putting themselves in the ground. I appreciate his concern, for maybe the people that need help get help. But he's like saying some people don't need help and they're getting it, and then these young men aren't getting help. So I'm a little bit confused on some of that. But yeah, I feel like humans can just do better, and I wish we would just all do better. And Rich Men North of Richmond. It's a good song. It's a really good song, and I'm trying. I haven't really got hooked on any of his other songs yet, but I'm trying. So maybe we can do this again if this stream gets some traction. I'm on a journey here every song ever, and this has been fun. Thank you. Please like, subscribe, comment, and share.